up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to the channel. So I'm going to get right into this topic today. Before we get into it though, make sure you are subscribed to this channel. It is free to subscribe. Also share and like the video and hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content. All right. So ladies, we got to stop thinking that dating outside our race is going to be better. You got to stop thinking that solely just because you decide that you don't want to deal with the men in your race and that you decide to go outside your race, that somehow that is going to be the miracle cure, that all of a sudden you're going to get the man of your dreams, that you're still going to have this Disney story, that your life is going to be so much better and you're going to get everything that you want on that list. We got to stop being delusional. And I'm not saying that it is impossible to find love outside your race, but we got to stop thinking that that is the only way that you can find love and get what it is that you want. Men are not that different. As much as you hear people want to portray black men as the worst men out there and they're the boogeyman and they're just gonna do this and take advantage of you and do all this, you gotta understand that there are people in other groups who will take advantage of you, who will do the exact same thing. Stop setting yourself up for failure thinking that just because you decide to date a man of a different race that he's gonna be the one that does it all. You gotta stop thinking that. You gotta understand that there are certain things about you that will attract a deadbeat in any race. So if you are having issues with men in your own race, you got to understand that you could still have those same issues because you're attracting the same type of guy. The race of the guy does not determine whether he's going to be a better fit for you. We got to use these degrees. We got to use this education that we have and put it to work and understand that just because you switch the color of a person's skin does not mean that they're going to be everything that you want and 10 bags of chips, baby. You got to understand that you still have to vet the man, check out his character, check out his morals. You still have to find a person who aligns with the values that you are looking for. And it doesn't matter if they're red, black, blue, or green. It matters about the person themselves. So if you find yourself in every racial group finding the same type of guys, because that says everything about you. You are attracting what you are. Even though you think that you're everything since sliced bread, you're still attracting the same type of guys no matter what color they are. And if that is your issue, I'm here to tell you that is not the way you go about it. Start working on yourself. Start figuring out what it is that you want. Start figuring out what you need and figure out what the person that you want, what they need. Understand that a relationship takes two. It's not about a man doing everything for you, but what you guys can do for each other. We have to start being more realistic in our approach and start looking at things more realistically and more logically. Because far too often we see too many women out here thinking that a man owes them something and that they're the prize and that the man should just cater to them without him having any expectations from you. A lot of what men are looking for is not very complicated, but what women are looking for is overly complicated, and they think that it's something that they deserve and that they're entitled to, not understanding that is throwing the very men that you say you want off. A lot of the men that these women are looking for are not into them. They don't want what you're offering. So if you really want what you say you want, then it's up to you to get on the program of what the men want, because if you don't give them what they want, then they're not going to pick you. And you got women out here talking about pick-me's, but you want to be picked. And if you don't want to be picked, then why are you complaining about not getting picked? It doesn't make any sense. And I just want women to be more realistic, to be more honest with themselves, get to the root of the issues that you really have and stop pawning it off on men and get to your own issues so that you can work on them. Because the quicker you do that, the quicker you may get the response that you're looking for. And if you don't want to work on yourself and you don't want to have any accountability, if you don't want to acknowledge any of the things that is preventing you from getting what you want, then you're going to be stuck in that place. Unless you start to be realistic about your life and your approach and the things that you got going on, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to find the happiness you're looking for. And I wish people would just get it, because you would be in such a better place than where you are now, complaining and downtrodden and just really mad and angry that you are not getting the outcomes you thought you should get based on the lies and the things that your parents or your grandmothers and your mothers told you and your aunties, because they really sold women a bill of goods and made these women think that this is what they were supposed to be doing, made these women women think that, hey, get your education. That's going to qualify you for the man that you want. Don't prioritize relationships and marriage young. Focus on getting that degree. Build yourself up. Get your career started so you can take care of yourself. And by the time you did that, they weren't teaching you about relationships, but a lot of women end up with babies out of wedlock. Now you've already created a dilemma for yourself. Now you thought that when you get in those 30s and 40s that now you've got that career, you can take care of yourself, and that's going to be what's appealing to a man, just to find out that that is not what's most appealing to men. And most men don't care if you've worked on yourself or got a career because they know you got to take care of yourself until you get a man. But the fact of the matter is, a lot of women thought that these degrees was going to qualify them for a top tier men, and when they got to that point, they realized that men aren't looking for women with degrees like that. Nobody told women that. Women were set up. They were set up to believe one thing, that it was going to get them what they wanted, and it actually gets you the opposite. So if you can take anything from this, understand that you've been lied to. You've been sold a bill of goods that is not beneficial to what it is you eventually want in life. There's nothing wrong with going to school and getting a job, because if you're single, then you have to take care of yourself. But the mentality that a lot of women are saying that they have to be masculine because they're working, I don't believe that. And I think that's something that they've been told, and they're running with it, and now they're stuck not realizing what men want. And if you want a man and you want a successful relationship, you got to understand what men want. You got to understand men. And if you don't know that, then that's part of the reason why a lot of women are having trouble. And you got to understand the men that you've dealt with throughout your life does not represent all men. There are all different types of men. All black men are not the same. Every black man is not a Pookie or a Ray Ray. Every black man is not a deadbeat dad. Every black man is not your worst experience. And once again, it doesn't matter which race of man you go to, you're going to have the same issues if you're not prioritizing the right things and if you're not looking for the right things. If you're just going to another race of man thinking that it's just going to be all gravy and that you won't run into the same issues that you've had with black men, then you're sadly mistaken. You can't be delusional to the fact that, hey, there are deadbeats in every race. There are horrible people in every racial group. That one is really not better than the other. It just boils down to the person themselves. And if you don't get yourself together, you're going to constantly attract the same type of guy no matter what race. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.